Hey, family of believers, how many of you bought one of these things? This is the Pastoral Desk Diary of 2020, aka a planner, or in other words, the most worthless purchase of 2020, right? I mean, how many of you wrote plans in this? Actually, this one I can even start making plans in for 2021 in the back. Maybe some of you had that. Maybe some of you had plans in January and February for March and April and May. Made plans for the summer, made plans for next fall. And the whole time now we hit into March and it's like, why did I even write that down? We came into March and it was like, was a worthless purchase. It's easy to joke about that, but we've all felt a seriousness about that. We've all carried the weight of having plans about tomorrow fall short. So, start with a joke, but really, this is a great reminder to us about boasting in tomorrow. I've definitely done that. Here's a reminder from James chapter 4, starting at verse 13. Now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money. Why? You do not know what will happen to you tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast, and catch this, in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. Boasting in our arrogant schemes. I was at a gas station not too long ago and I told somebody, see you soon. And their answer was, if the Lord blesses it. And I paused and I said, thanks for that answer. It's a great answer. I mean, after all, we make plans, but the Lord directs our path. We can plan for tomorrow, but we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. But we know the Lord's going to be there. And we know He has a plan for us. So in this year when this was kind of a worthless purchase, we've grieved a lot because of that. I think there's a great reminder in this to give the plans of our heart to the Lord. To admit that our plans for tomorrow are in some sense boasts about tomorrow, are in some sense arrogant schemes, because we don't know what will happen. And we don't even just plan for tomorrow, we plan for the next day and for the next month and for a year later, as if they're just magically going to happen. As we make plans, let us remember that the Lord directs our steps. As we make our own plans, let us make sure that they are in step with His plan for us. And as we make plans, let us say, if it's the Lord's will. See you tomorrow, if the Lord wills it. I hope I can go here, or better yet, I wish I can do this in May, if the Lord blesses it. I hope, better yet, I wish we'll be able to gather in this way in that time, if the Lord blesses it. Let us remind each other that it is the Lord that directs our steps, so that when we write something down in our planner, we stop and say, if this is God's will. When we start planning something with our family, we stop and say, if the Lord blesses this, and if it is His will. And every time we share that, we remember, what's Jesus' words? What's the will of the Father for you? John chapter 6, the will of the Father said, whoever looks to the Son of Man and believes in Him shall have eternal life, and He will raise you on the last day. That, my friends, is something tomorrow we can boast about. That, my friends, is something we don't know the date of. We know it's happening in the future, and we know it will happen. So let's boast in that tomorrow and all our other tomorrows. Let's give them to the Lord. if the Lord wills it.